Hey, hey. Welcome back. For those that have been following along, I always feel like I have to start this like it's a radio station, like I'm a DJ. And by the way, as I said that as I started this recording, it's 1:22 on 12:12, and that is exactly why I'm doing this recording at this time of day. Um, So, anyway, welcome back. For those that are new, thank you so much for checking it out. I hope you like the content. If you don't like to hear somebody talk, fast forward until you get to the cards because this is a tarot channel. Um, Also, it's a general tarot reading. I don't know that I say that enough, but it's in the description or title somewhere. Um, and if you need to know more about how I do readings, definitely check out intro video. That's got its own solo thing. And then, I'm trying to do these, what do you call them? Oh my God, my brain just went blank. Like November readings, December readings, holy crap. Whatever. For whoever knows, puts it in the comment. This keeps happening. Mercury is no longer retrograde. My communication is, however. Okay, so I have lots of notes because today is 12/12, and like 11/11, like 10/10, 9/9, etc. And I'll get into that. This is a portal day, and I am doing this for those that don't necessarily believe in such things. I, however, do. I think it's definitely a day and or time period of significant shifting. I believe that we've been in this for a minute period. I talked about that in the November readings, like even as like an 11/11 prep, and then into the 11/11, etc. And then the Gemini full moon that we just had, or the full moon in Gemini. And we are about to go into a new moon next week, and there is a lot of activity in the planets, etc., etc. So I'm just going to read you some notes here. So, like I said, portals 12/12. Portal today on 12/12, there is a difference between today's portal, 11/11, 9/9, 10/10. They're all different types of kind of activation energy. 11/11, and these are not going to necessarily be in order, but 11/11 is an awakening path time period where you're moving forward in manifestation. And for many, it's a transformative time period. It aligns perfectly with Scorpio. I mean, it makes sense, but it's also a time when it's like when you randomly see the number, pay attention. It's divine timing. It's divine messages. All of the portals pretty much are. And then you got like 8/8 for another example. Lion's Gate, opening of new cycles, abundance and karmic balance, right? 9/9 is about closing some cycles for sure. I can't remember what I wrote on the back or front of. Diving deep into your emotions, even your passions, that like heart and soul, that combination of the fire. Think wands. I mean, Lionsgate. Think strength. Think courage to move forward in whatever decision it is that you're going to go into. And then 7/7 is kind of more of an inner wisdom and intuitive connection time period, seeing the possibilities. 10/10 also can be a time period of completing of cycles, kind of like 9/9, before stepping into the 11/11 as example, manifesting those next steps and that path that's chosen that you actually already chose around 12/12/11. Okay, so then like don't forget, go back to like 2/2, which is also much like 11/11. It's a path opening, master builder, and then we all might already kind of know or feel it anyway. It doesn't matter really where you are for some reason. 1/1 is for new beginnings and unity. Then you've got 3/3, which is creative expression, getting into some details of new perspectives. It's also master energy number 3. And it's what a lot call Christ consciousness. Depends on what you believe and what you don't. But I think, again, everyone kind of resonates with 3 as like an 11. I could go on. 4/4, that's like your 4 of Wands for those that are familiar with tarot. It's your moment, to solidify your foundational structure, spiritually speaking, most of the time, but it can also be literal, 3D literal. And it centers around faith and trust. That's 4/4. 5/5, surprise, surprise, May 5th is all about change. And for those who follow the channel and listen to the readings, anytime a 5 comes up, what do I tell you? This is change. It's about change. it's transformative. It's moving into the next phases. It is an action card in and of itself because it does that for you. It is that moment of change. Going backwards to the 4 or to 2 or 3 or whatever, or are you going forward to the 9, the 10, into the page, night, etc. Either way, it's change. 6-6, that's the healing period. That's how I look at it. Like, it's like the 6 of Swords after your 5, right? It's where you're moving forward into calmer waters and breathing into the kind of rest / transformative period that you started, and breaking old patterns as you move into that. And then here we are back to 12-12, which is why I wanted to do this reading. So specifically 12-12, 24, 6 breaks down, but hold on. We have 12-12-25, which breaks down to, what is that? 24 plus 9. Yes, because 20-25 is 9. That's 33. I always do this slow because sometimes my math is not mathy. It's so stupid. Like, basic education. I swear I have it. I have beyond, actually. But anyway, so 12-12-25 breaks down to 33. And 33 is what? It's that master. 11 and 33. You can even say that that goes down to the 6, right? Or 2 and then 1, depending on how you want to break it down. So no matter what, it equals power and a significant time to open oneself up to receive the messages that are meant for you from your guides. You know, have your intentions. Today is all about having those intentions. Being, what's the word? Well, being intentional. That's silly. But yeah, having those intentions ready, being intentional, being open and allowing yourself to be open. Any blocks that you have, any walls that you have up, today's the day to let those down and be open to receive the messages that are meant for you, okay? From your guides. And what's funny is the last couple of readings have talked a lot about this, but I'll get into that in a second. So, you know, and make sure that your intentions are from heart center. For those, again, that listen and follow, you hear me say that a lot. It's important that it's from heart center, okay? Not the mind, not the even soul passion, you know, like where it's emotions on the surface and that's where you're, no, heart center. Your true North Star truth. Have your intentions from heart center at the ready. Go deep with this. Take a moment. Visualize these intentions. And perhaps visualize your guides. You know, who it is that you're reaching out to, who it is that you're wanting to be open to receive messages from, right? This is different for everybody. The visualization helps you to bring this mind, heart, soul, even your 3D into balance, into that alignment so you can be open, all right? But imagine this. Imagine the actual walls. Imagine bringing the walls down and tell yourself that you're going to be open, that you are open to do this, that you're ready to release. Yes, release. So you can be open then to receive because you got to release those walls, right? You got to let the walls come down. You got to be open in order to receive. And then look past your current self right here in this moment as you're listening to me, right? Look past this point. Imagine a data set, like a line, point here, you know, to point here, whatever. Label them, X, Y, A, B, whatever. Imagine yourself in this point right here in this present, and then look past it to the next point and see who you are going to be. Not supposed to be. And I think this is where a lot of people, they're in their human selves when they give guidance on this. And I'm not saying I'm better or not. I'm just saying, like, I'm going to recognize and call it out for even myself because I absolutely say things like that. So not who you're supposed to be or can be, but who you're going to be. Look past right now to who you're going to be. And then let in the divine guidance and abundance. And for this stage to be set. This stage. So now back here, right? Allow this stage to be set for 1-1, which is what? Your new beginning, right? So major notes for right now in this time period for 12-12, the 12-12 portal activation. Hopefully some of you have already done this. You can kind of just do what I said. Just take a moment to visualize, have some quiet, put on some meditation music, and start working with yourself. Not a want, not a forced, but a letting the walls down. Think meditative 4 of Swords, okay? You've been trying to make a decision. This is a major note for whoever this message is for. I did a little bit of channeling as I was looking into some of the astrology and things that are going on around today. You've been trying to make a decision. And in fact, I talked about this back in November. I've been talking about it ever since. You made the decision, actually. And what I'll say is, since then, I've been doing this kind of two of pentacling. Yes, it's a word, my word. Um, Based on what you perceive as two versions of yourself, two paths, when really it's the one. It's always been the one for both. There's not two versions of yourself. And in fact, there's not two versions of your inner self. There are multiple layers here. You are not one dimensional, you're not two dimensional, you're not even three. It goes above and beyond, okay? But you haven't seen that. So you felt paralyzed in a sense. Today, with a little bit of practice and with a little bit of openness and letting the walls down, that ends. Or it sets you up, I should say, for the release of such feelings. As 1212 will assist to bring what will possibly feel for many of you, but maybe the one that I'm specifically talking to when I was writing this stuff down, trying to figure out where I'm going with this day myself and how I'm feeling. So anyway, it'll assist to bring what will possibly feel for many of you like forced clarity. This came out last night, especially in the reading that a reading I did last night that I thought I posted, that ended up getting posted this morning. So for those who haven't checked it out, go check it out. There's like no choice here. You'll see that. You'll know it. What you need, your cycles of indecision, they'll begin to end. I mean, it's different for everybody, but it's a truth revealed, a feeling so strong, like you may even feel relieved. No matter what the truth is, like you'll feel relieved. And it's that aha moment. So again, the reading that I did that was posted this morning, I talk about this. It's like this aha moment that perhaps in the middle of the night, it comes to you in the middle of the night through a dream, or feeling like you were in a fog. If it's not in the middle of the night, like every day you've been in a fog of sorts. Things have been a little misty, perhaps years even, and suddenly this path cleared for you and you wake up. And there it is, a decision long ago made, a path long ago started, not new, just suddenly truly seen, felt, and the big word here, accepted. And it's at this time, today, the next few days, maybe even weeks, but big picture right now, right? Like time being relevant. It's a human construct anyway, but that's a whole nother episode. Today's already, whatever. Anyway, but it's this big picture now that all this is happening. And don't forget, we associate 12 with time. That's us. Again, that human construct. We do that. 12 o'clock, p.m. a.m., right? It's that start and finish. It's the start and finish of the year. Even if it's subconsciously, you're aware of this. Now is the time also. That message has been coming out big time. There's like no escaping this this moment. Now, again, this moment can be like a right here, right now for somebody, and it could be like the next 4 weeks. It could be the next 2 months, right? But it's happening as I am talking. And I just said that at 13:13 on the recording. Cannot make this stuff up. Anyway, don't try to force any of this, okay? Just be open. That's the difference. Like, you want things to happen, get it, got it, understood. Remember, when you're wanting something, that's not the same thing as believing something, okay? So take want out of the equation and just be open. That's the new shift. That's the now shift that takes place. And it's this key word, thank you to the loves of my life, to surrender to the universe. End of. When you do that, it's not about the question. It's about the answer. And it's about being open to the answer. Oh, and when I tell you middle of the night, what came up in that reading, especially for those feeling the exhaustion, okay, around this time period, have been maybe even since November, perhaps even October, but I think it's really been a November shift for a lot of people as they started going through the transformation to go through this 1111 portal, the path that was chosen, the decision that was chosen a long time ago. But for those feeling the exhaustion or waking often, you can possibly start to feel the shift now by feeling more relaxed at night with like an intentional almost peace, even those with like high anxiety. But I say intentional peace, like about how you're moving into sleep when you start to relax at night, or your body just like shuts down like it didn't do before, and shuts down in a way that is more of a relaxation. Like, this can be part of the subtle shift, and it may be even just a slight difference, right? But therefore it's like it's like providing you that life force, for lack of a different term, and then you're craving more at the same time for the person that's going through this. Okay, and again, the people that are going through this are the ones that have decided they are going to be open and they are going to use this energy, to continue on their path. Also, dreams can be a lot more vivid right now around this time. You wake remembering certain details that you normally might not, and or like having less questions like that you might normally have. And so again, it comes down to these like aha moments, and you could have more than one aha moment, but there's definitely going to be the one that is like your Ace of Swords. And I heard just then the truth will set you free, and you're being activated. Also, you're realizing that and choosing yourself, and I look at this as a cup kind of moment. Yeah, I'm going to relate everything back to tarot. Is what I do. Your heart center, right? Like this Ace of Cups, even your heart center. Not only are you moving into a direction best for your higher self, but also then giving that to others. Even if they don't like it, it ends up being best for everybody. And it's kind of like, I wrote down the note here, broccoli. So it's kind of like a parent and child. And you tell your child to eat the broccoli. It's good for you. This is the goodness that you're providing when walking forward from your heart center. Not everybody likes to taste the broccoli, but it is good for you, right? Not everybody wants it right then and there. In fact, it may not even digest that well, but like as time goes by, the vitamins and nutrients and minerals and everything else, however, whatever word you want to use for the good stuff, the whole foods, right? It comes whether somebody likes it or not. There's benefits there. When you're walking from heart center, that's what you're doing for those around you. Even if it doesn't feel good in that moment, the result is always for the betterment. If you're doing it for you, it's the betterment of you. And if you're doing what's for the betterment of you, again, heart center, okay? Not malicious intent, for the good of one to the ill of none. When you're doing that, the eventuality is so will others. And or they will reap from those benefits that you are giving yourself in some form or fashion, whether you're giving them more quality time, whether you're stepping off of somebody's path so they can find their true purpose. I mean, it's all connected in that sense. So I could go on another 20-minute rant about that. No, I'm not going to do that. We're going to stick to this 12-12. This is what today is doing, okay? This is what the aha moment is doing. This is what is being provided. Now, that being said, you can go back and look at some of the astrologers. There's great people that you can see the subscriptions on this page, on this channel. Why do I keep saying page? I don't know. Anyway, and when you look into them and when you start looking, especially for December and things, these predictions that have been made based on planetary alignments and stuff like that, a lot of astrologers are noting seismic activity that is significant around this time. Note there is always seismic activity, okay? I'm not saying... And I hope you don't hear that from somebody like that they're saying, oh, right now is seismic activity, as if that there's seismic activity that takes place 24/7. That is the breath of our planet, okay? But the key word here is significant. Yeah? So this time period, there is significant seismic activity. Go and look at news around the world and you'll see this. Yeah? I'm not going to mention certain places. You can do this for yourself. So there's also significant conjunctions taking place out in space here with planets. And AI and researchers have actually provided the scientific evidence now. So AI has been used to gather all the research, gather all the evidence, and put together. AI is not always accurate, but the AI that's being used on the science level is more accurate than we are a lot of times, but it's confirming what a lot of astrologers have been saying, okay? But confirmed seismic activity, which this is really not surprising. But still significant. The seismic activity, because of planets. Wait, how did I write that? The planets. Sorry. The planets and their impact on seismic activity of the Earth, right? Well, I mean, and how we probably have that same impact. I mean, we're all connected again. But because the planets can move and how the planets move, it then impacts the impact of such incredibly dense and large masses of land and their movement, even into the water, right? As we know, again, go Google the latest news if you haven't seen anything. So this is what the planets are doing to these incredibly dense, large masses of land, what's that doing to us, grains in comparison, right? So no, this I'm talking on the science level now. I'm not even talking on the spiritual and astrological. And how I'm really what I'm trying to do is like bring you to the connection of two. It's not separate. Now this is my opinion. I'm not a scientist. My background is actually in feelings and stuff when it comes to education, but I like research. I like data. Anyway, I think there's an article that you can find that can probably say all this better than I just did. I'm trying to be all around about the way or whatever. ScienceDirect.com. And again, not everything on there is like breaking news science, by the way, is always changing. There's some foundations and fundamentals that haven't so far, but that's only until they're disproven. Again, just look up stuff. Anyway, at the same time, this stuff happening, there's things that are going on in space, and there's this quad closure of Mercury, Sun, Saturn, and Neptune. I'm not an astrologer, so again, go look up the people. And this is this quad conjunction, not to be repeated until like another 60,000 years. I think I heard some astrologers talking about. For those interested, again, go look it up. Look up sacred geometry as well, because there's these sequences, this geometry that's taken place. And how it impacts us, and also the seismic activity. And then spiritually, Mars and Saturn are clashing today, and it's quick though, thankfully. Fades as the moon goes into Libra, so we'll find that balance again, or finally, depending on where you're at in your space and on your journey. The advice here for today then is to listen more and hold tight, and just kind of let things ride. Yes? And then once you get into the moon, getting into this Libra phase, you're all right. And you know what? I'll probably cut it here. Let me look. I got a few more notes. But anyway, so yeah, you know what? I will. So just go check out the subs on the channel. Check in with the astrologers, Pam, Steve, the Tarot Ship, along with I am so sorry, Soulful Revolution, and even the astrology podcast. Those are the few that I think will give, more than I ever can, because I don't do that stuff. But all that said, 22 minutes, holy crap, and 44 seconds when I said that. 22:44, just keeps happening every time I look up. It's fine. Go check it out. There's a lot of things happening. And so I want to do an oracle card. And for those that stuck around through all that and or fast forwarded, thanks. Totally get it. All that information is not necessarily applicable to you, or you may not feel like it. I do advise taking the moment today. Give yourself a moment today. Go in. Do the practice. Do the work. Be open. And if you have a tarot deck, that too can be a meditative experience, so where you can allow yourself to go in and align with your guides, align with the energy, allowing yourself to be open, okay? So, that being said, God, God's universe, thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for giving the insight. Thank you for being quiet when we need to give ourselves some insight. Thank you for letting us know that neither are actually separate, and that all can be true. Hello. We're all connected. If you could please give us a card to help guide us throughout today, this 12/12 portal, and maybe a card specifically for this reading to help guide the messages so that we might have a clearer understanding of what it is that we are allowed to know at this time. An oracle card here from Journey of Love. Oh, that wasn't a pop. I don't know what it is. The Breaking. The Breaking. And I really feel like today, since we're going through a portal day, that we should do one from Native Spirit as well. Maybe to help you with your practice as you're diving a little deeper. Hopefully, for those that are going to take advantage of this day in this portal. And I heard sometimes you can just be easy with it. And I think that's for yourself. Sometimes you can just be easy with it. Be easy with yourself. Doesn't have, there's a strong message here that don't force it. Surrender. Don't force the walls coming down. Just let them down. Surrender. Don't try to pull some lever or push some button. I just heard for somebody that might be literal. I don't know what you're doing for that to be literal, but okay. Just be, today especially, allow the aha moment to come in. All right, one more. Okay. One more card, please. Guides. There it goes. It's happening. Tribal Spirit Dancer. I even... Wow. The breaking, it also looks like a bit of a dance, does it not? Fire into water, perhaps. Where's my other book here? Yes. Oh, and I have a heating pad on my shoulder because it hurts. Yes. I did oil before I started talking, by the way. I don't want to do it again because with this shoulder thing, it kind of hurts my head for those that care. And so even essential oils don't always agree with me when I'm in this. It is what it is. Surrendering. Doing the things. And this can also be part of it. This transformative experience can also be physically draining. It can be physically impactful. The tension, I mean, even if you don't think that you're being stubborn or that you're fighting it, you could be. Subconsciously, you could be. I mean, I'm saying for myself, I'm not always great at this stuff. This is, like, I'm human too. But we try. That's the point. As a spiritual being, you don't stop. Growth is forever. Okay, I'll stop. The breaking. You are breaking apart. You might not understand it at all. There is not so much to be understood, but the simplicity doesn't mean it is easy to endure. What did I say? You may worry that you are going too far, that you may not recover or ever come back together again. But what can you do? Can you hold back from the divine love that calls you, that lures you to becoming all that you are, to remembering your divine nature? Well, you could try, but for what purpose? Temporary rest before the storm at best. So take the rest if you need it, then dive into the storm. Let yourself be broken-hearted by the divine so that you can become your truth, become all that you are meant to be. It is better to have the heart broken so that it grows than to be broken-hearted by thinking that you must protect yourself from love. That last sentence. It is better to have your heart broken so that it grows than to be broken-hearted by thinking that you must protect yourself from love. This oracle brings compassionate guidance that no matter what sadness or anger, despair, or frustration you may feel, you are being pulled apart not by dark forces, but by the loving embrace of the divine, as it strips you of that which would keep you, I can read, from your divine realization. Let go and break. It is going to be the making of you. I love that. Tribal Dancer. Let go and break. It is going to be the making of you. Tribal Dancer. I'm dead. I'm dead. First sentence, card meaning. Let go. Say yes to life. Be daring. Dance to your heart's desire. Unfurl your wings and fly. Cast aside conventions and restrictions. Tune into the rhythm of life. Laugh, explore, go beyond your predictable behavior. Sometimes life is messy and chaotic, and that's okay. Leave the dishes, run outside in the sprinklers. It might be a little cold for some of us for that, but you get the point. And I did talk in this video, I believe that was posted this morning, or that finally uploaded this morning, about societal expectations, societal conventions and things like that. I do think this is a big time right now. Find your path, worry less about society, okay? Your native spirit wants you to know you are on the planet to be free. I did not read that before saying that. I just want that to be clear. You don't always need to meet the expectations of others. I can't. I love it when spirit does this. Okay. You're here to explore, expand, and step into your extraordinary self. Of course, there are times to live an ordinary life, but there are also times to joyously fling your arms to the heavens and dance. Choose life on your terms. Clear out mental and emotional clutter. Move beyond those situations that you've outgrown. Don't accept the rules you have placed on yourself or that others have placed on you. This is your time. Don't delay listening to the rhythm of your heart and following your dreams. And if that doesn't sound like be open to receiving the divine guidance from the universe, I don't know what does, right? Okay. The journey. Turn on music and move. So for the person for today who's trying to figure out how to find that space where they can just surrender and let in, right? All right, this is a possible way to do this. Turn on music and move. Tribal dance isn't about looking good. It's about feeling the beat inside your heart and expressing this with your body and your emotions. If you want to break free, then start first by expressing yourself, wild and free, and the circumstances of your life will transform. I love it. I think there could not, I mean, you saw me shuffle. Could not have been two better cards for what is being called for everybody at this time on this day. We are, well, yes, we and all my spirit guides and on the East Coast of the United States, Southeast. So this time period is specific to my own experience in that sense. I'm going to put these somewhere else. I really need to find a bigger, more something table. Anyway, because this is the 12, I wanted to use a general deck, the traditions. I use it a lot, but I think I'd like to use traditions to clarify, and let's do, because I really feel like everyone here is being called to dive in. So for me, that's the Tarot of the Abyss. This is kind of my truth teller cards. Oh yeah, and if you see a card that comes out in reverse, I don't read reversals, so the cards before and after will explain what's needed to be explained. So I do turn those right side up. And yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's not part of my practice. It's up to you. You can use your own intuition. Again, if the reading does not track with you, not your story, and or doesn't feel like guidance that you resonate with, that's fine. Please go and check out someone else, because if you're on the channel, you're looking for that guidance. If I'm not the one to give it to you, then I absolutely encourage you to please find it. There are some amazing readers out there. If it does resonate, if you do like it, and I should have said this, 30 minutes ago, don't forget to like, because that helps to share the message for anyone else who might need it. We are a community. We are all connected. And I cannot personally go door to door. That's kind of what YouTube is for, right? In a way, I think so. I think that's the benefit, for sure. If you feel like I'm a good reader for you, a good fit, also I really cannot talk these last few days. I think this is part of my awakening, if you will. Please subscribe if you feel so moved to do so. If not, again, I totally understand. Wow. All right, I'm going to put these back, and if they're meant to come out, they will. But we have the Ten of Wands, the Moon, and the Nine of Swords. Somebody is really feeling the struggle bus. Sleepless nights that maybe you have been bombarded by anxiety, bombarded by nightmares, perhaps. And yet there is this soul connection. In fact, it's almost as if this soul that is trying to come back together, because from these two people, and I'll show you the card in a second, is this what I would say is like a life force that is coming together into the one around the moon. This is deep soul connection, and it is not easy, perhaps, Perhaps someone has been fighting that connection. Perhaps someone has been fearful of this connection, but you're on this path and been on this path and it's almost over. I mean, you're near this completion. Don't, well, I won't tell you what to do, but that's the Ten of Wands. I'll put this back. That's the Moon. Look at that card. It's very Lovers. It's so beautiful. The artwork is so beautiful. Ugh. And then here's the Nine of Swords. It's make-believe. Remember that. Swords are mind. All right. I'm going to do this one more time. Oh, I've said no, don't. Okay, one more time like that. What's the message? Definitely love. This is about giving to the self so you can give to others. That's an Ace of Cups. It's a new beginning, a new opportunity. I'm going to say this is soul connection. I swear I try not to make these readings about love. But again, love of self. It has to be a cup that you can fill, your own cup, in order to give and in order to receive. That is the true cycle. We are all connected. I love these. Ace of Cups, new beginning. That's way too many. Oh, my nose is itching. Whoa, okay. And there it comes. I said if it's meant to come back out, it will. Soul connection. This is a new way of being. This is a very deep connection. And when I say, because I was going to say this is new, like this is a new, it's not, it's a new way of being. This is part of that transformative experience, perhaps coming into the balance of self, because the Moon is often about your deep feelings. But these are two... based on arms and hair. Yes, that's what I'm basing on. These are two different people. But it could be these two versions that you thought yourself were. Oh, the notes. Shit. See, I don't even know what to say sometimes and then it hits. When I said that you feel like you're on two paths or that there's two versions of yourself, but you're not. It is one. Right? You've always been on this path. You've always been, these layers of yourself, they're the one. So there's two potential storylines here. We'll see what comes out. Love of self, two souls joining. Two souls reconnected, I heard. Two souls reconnected. Moon cycles. Seven of Cups. Floating into the ether. See the cups down below? And here's what I love about this. So the clouds, I'll see if I can get you a better picture, look like there could be a couple of options in there, but there's really like only, I mean, seriously, there's like a castle kind of thing, and then there's these two people. And I'll hold it up so you can see it. But this is leaving these options behind and moving forward, kind of like going from the 7 to the 8 of Cups. And 8 of Cups is going towards its 9, your wish fulfillment. Now, let's see if you can see it. I'll try to do this. Will it focus? If you can see more than one thing, great. I mean, I can't. I just see the castle and the two people. Let me know if you see it. And then there's birds in there, of course. So there's definitely a lot of air energy in this with the clouds and everything. But cups, yes? And I think the air is really saying, like, you thought that it was all these options, but there's only one way, and it's up. You're moving into your 8 of Cups, into your forward path. And/or could be, again, that higher self connection for the Moon, for that storyline. And that could be the main storyline. 12/12 portal today, this activation going into your higher self to receive the guidance from the divine. Clouds up, representative of. Loving. And then 4 of Cups. Someone here who hasn't seen it. But it's getting ready to be poured on your head. You're about to have that aha moment. Watch. Watch. The Magician and King of Pentacles. You're about to have that aha moment. You're about to make things happen. This is bringing all of the feelings, all of the things in the ether. By the way, I was corrected on that word, and I don't know why, but it just, ether sounds right to me. It's not right. I get it. It's ether. Okay. I was schooled. It's fine. I don't like it. I like ether. Like ether. Like it's ethanol, not ethanol. Is it? No, it's not. Okay. Anyway, so the magician manifesting, bringing forward all of the tangible or intangible in this sense, intangible? I don't know if that's the word. But all of the things that are not necessarily in the 3D, it's bringing it into the 3D. And I say that with confirmation because this is your King of Pentacles. You see? Bringing it, gifting it even into the 3D. Holding in his hand. This is earthly plane. So for the self, the higher self, it's then coming back down perhaps, and or for the, we'll see if there's two people on the journey of souls that have been reconnecting, because this is work. Yeah, this is work. This is a process. Two souls that have been reconnecting. I keep messing up my cards when I do this. Making it happen, I heard. Strength, temperance, making it happen for the self that is coming into alignment, into the higher self that is being open and or forced even to have this moment of understanding. This is the alchemy, the mixing period that you've been in. It has required a lot of strength and courage to go forward. It has not been an easy process. I said that in the beginning. For two people, this is the balance between you, this masculine and feminine. For the inner self, this is the balance of you, especially with this Temperance card. Fire energy, you've got Earth, you've got Cups, you've got Cups. Six of Swords, I said that in the notes, yes. Three of Wands and Six of Pentacles. It is a matter of receiving. You already knew the path. You were already on your way. You've been on your way. Even if you felt like you were in this state of paralysis, you weren't. Things were still moving. Things were still happening. The mixing, the manifesting, the creation here, bringing into the 3D. And then there's balance. Be open to receiving. I feel like you are getting the same message over and over and over again. But that's all right. We're going to see what happens. Is there another? Ooh, we can also clarify. 12-12 portal opening here. Also, let's talk about this for a second. It's like a portal. Yeah. And it's a portal of self, heart. Tangible. Giving from the heart. Giving from the heart. Walking from heart center. That's the nutrition that you provide. Because it's like, it could be food, it could be little tints. It's hard to really tell in the picture, but either way, it's a gift, and all around is nature that's growing. Tangible. And there's the Four of Swords, the meditative experience. I feel like I called this entire reading out in a sense. Resting. There's two birds on here, by the way. Messengers. Souls. I look at birds as that's me. That's a me thing. Well, I mean, not just a me thing, but anyway. What else do we have? Is this it? Rest. The Sun. This is your new beginning. This is the activation. This is the activation. What I say, Seven of Cups to the Eight of Cups. This is you moving forward. Eight of Wands. This is you moving forward. For somebody, 8. I was going to say it like it didn't mean anything to me. 8 is definitely a number for me. But, and listen, again, we're in this together, okay? But, Meaning it's not just my energy, it's not just your energy. We are all connected. I can't stress that enough. In fact, it's a very loud message here lately. But the sun, so you have the state of rest, this understanding, this peace going within this meditative state that's necessary so that you can go fully into this. And if you look at the sun, there's a path there. You see it? Okay. That 8 of Cups moving forward, leaving behind that 7, the 7 of Cups, working on that. The choice was already made. This union of self, this union with another that you maybe didn't even see coming, but it was like it's on your head regardless. You're not going to be able to ignore it. There was this manifestation, this portal, again, this activation, this King of Pentacles bringing things into the 3D. And then this movement forward, 8-8, 8-8. For some, it could have been, oh my. For some, this could have been a timing thing around the Leo time period, 8-8, the Lion's Gate, because you have strength, sun, 8-8, okay? Something that was decided around that time period, July into August, like it was, again, I think this was a decision and a path that you were already on, but in your mind, you were like, yeah, there's no going back. And you've been moving forward ever since. I think I'm going to have to timestamp in the comments. Yeah, 10 of Wands. And so now you're almost at your completion. 12-12, I said, is the time of completion. We look at this, even if subconsciously, as a time period, an end and beginning. 10 of Wands into that 10 of Wands. The 8 of Wands into that 10 of Wands, and then you have your page right after. This is so from here to here to here to here, which is funny because I said it's not linear, but I'll be damned if somebody's not taking a very linear path, a very logical path to an illogical way. And then there's your Page of Cups. The good news is that it's not just an action. It's not just a passion. There's also a lot of feeling here. And this is like an Ace of Cups, which is how this started. Oh, I love it. And how it ends. This is the path. For whoever needs a message of encouragement while you're on this path, for whoever is saying, okay, which way do I go now that I'm here today, this 12-12 portal, Heart center is the answer, but we're going to clarify. And there's one underneath I wanted to, yeah. Because I said whoever needs to, and then there's your King of Cups. And the Chariot. Oh my gosh, yeah. So this King of Pentacles into the 3D, it could be that you're dealing with somebody who's an earth sign or a water sign or has heavy, has a good amount of both in their chart at the same time. It could be that this is the transition for the person going from this worried about a job, worried about paying the bills, worried about taking care of these things into that heart center space. That came out strong actually not too long ago. So that may be exactly who this reading is for. It is not easy. It is not easy, but you're doing it. You've been doing it. And I'd say, in fact, you may be at graduation here. Confirm. Sorry. I just heard confirm. Whoa. 9 of Pentacles. You may be at graduation here. Let's see. Definitely going to do a timestamp. Sorry, everybody. These things can get lengthy. It's important for whoever needs the message. If you're listening, you're getting it. Anybody else, I get it. You don't want to hear such things or go so far. But this is how I do. And I have to be true to me. That's my heart center. Okay. The transition. Is this about the transition for this masculine energy? Is this about the transition of this masculine energy? This King of Pentacles. I do not have the King of Cups out. The King of Cups was on the bottom of the deck. Okay. I didn't put it out because this is the main message. But now, oh, hi. And the Chariot is just up. Well, and the Chariot was also at the bottom. So isn't that fantastic? Oh, Yes, the world. These are majors. Okay. The transition from the King of Pentacles to the King of Cups. Is this about this masculine energy's transition? I would say graduating. A road less traveled, I heard. A road less traveled. Ooh. There's definitely Three of Wands. A road less traveled. A path waiting for the abundance. Nine of Cups. Wish is coming true. I don't know why I'm putting them back in the deck. Normally I lay them out. That's so weird, right? Like that's not an actual... That's okay, that's weird. So... Nine of Swords, which... that came out in the first few. Knight of Wands. Nine of Swords to the Knight of Wands. To the Sun to the Ten of Wands. There is definitely a completion of cycles here, and I think this paranoia, this confusion, the nightmares, the what ifs, that is absolutely this time period. So can I have, thank you, from the Five of Pentacles to the Four of Wands. Yeah. There's, oh, I was told to show it like that. All right. There is this leaving behind the tradition, and it has not been an easy path. Confirmation, it's not been an easy path. So is this about the transition of this masculine energy? And I mean, I think so. When we got the World card, that's how we started this clarification. No. Move on. Okay. So I see also here are two souls. Is this two souls or two halves of a soul of the one person going through the transition? Or are we looking at two people here? The work going in. The work going in. Yeah, two halves, or is this about the one person? I think this is about the higher self right now. Yeah? That one I'm laying. I heard, for whoever, you know. So then we have the Five of Cups, the mourning period that came out earlier, right? You can be happy and mourning, and there's like a, oh, for some it was a very slow transition, or has been a very slow transition, and now it's a matter of speeding up, like hurry up. Moving into what? Knight of Swords. I mean, from this Ten of Wands to the Pages. Am I reading that right? Working together. Hurrying into working together? Or perhaps maybe the work going in, more about the work going in. Oh. The new beginning. So this is like the blueprints. Hurrying up into the blueprints and then new beginning. So the blueprints. So the blueprints was part of the path. Sorry. Yeah, now I'm hearing it. And it's now like this, what felt like a very slow transition is now like, and we're off. And we're off. You have the blueprints. You've had the blueprints. That kind of goes back to that decision. You already knew. And then for the person doing some work today to kind of surrender and let the walls down. Yep. Yeah. Nine of Wands. You've gone through the things. Ten of Wands. Page of Wands. Knight of Wands. Ooh. Empress. So now we have some feminine energy here coming through. For like one person, maybe. Perhaps this is the feminine energy, starting with this Ace of Cups. to the Empress that was manifesting this person into the 3D. Soul flame, fire, soul flame, and then fire. Twin flame energy, perhaps. And this has been your journey, yourself, understanding that you are enough, and that once you're in this Empress energy, King of Pentacles, again, which is minor for the Emperor. Yeah, that's the ace. That's the new love. And so then King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and Page of Wands. Again. You are seen as the big love. But there's also, so King of Cups that came out. Oh, so yeah, I mean, it could just be another way of King of Cups, because it's not about the gender. 9 of Wands, the Page to the 9, brings the 10, brings the completion, brings the message, brings the, or receives the message to take further. There's the Sun again. This is the new beginning. An ending of struggle, a new beginning. Whoa. Yo, what did I say at the beginning? 2 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands to the 9 of Cups. Yeah, the pentacling is over. That's right, my word. The 2 of Pentacles, this juggling, whatever your decision was, it was already made. Like I've said, I've repeated it 1,000 times in the last 2 weeks, I think. And everything you wished for, you're on your way. You are leveling up, have leveled up, and for today, especially, you are being asked to remember that. Let the walls down so that you can receive. 5 of Swords to the Tower to the 2 of Cups. Let the walls down so that you can receive. Doing this, stopping the fight, because there's a victory here before. Remember? Stopping. Also, today's stuff about, you know, waiting for Libra to go, the moon to go in Libra, right? The balance. But the Tower, this victory over this battle is a tower for these 2 people. Okay? Yeah, definitely a battle. A victory, change, also, oh God, I'm such a, the fives. This tower, talk to, whoa. Transformative experience, endings and beginnings. Talk to me about this tower. Oh, different deck, I heard different deck. I'm gonna go to the lovies. The lovies, sorry. We are gonna end here in a minute, we've got to. I'm about to pass out. Not really. Please don't, like, go and paint it wrong. But we can't stop here. I mean, I need, you need to know. I need to know. It's transformative experience, a tower moment. Talk to me about this tower moment. Today is the transformative experience. Endings and beginnings, I heard. Today, talk to me about this tower, please, please. My guides. Guys, talk to me about this tower. What is this tower for these 2 cups? Transformation. 2 cups is minor for lovers. Yes. Somebody who's leaving, escaping, middle of the night. Middle of the night. It just keeps coming up. I'm going to put it here. Middle of the night. Aha moment. Tower, aha moment, leaving in the middle of the night. What about it? What about leaving in the middle of the night? Definitely a night. This is period of rest. And or, you know, like I was saying, you could feel like you've been in a fog, like you've been asleep. 7 to the 4 here. That's 11. The decision made. Okay. Sorry. I'm just listening as I say things out loud. 9 of Wands energy. Going into action. Going into action. Yeah. Queen of Swords. Open to receiving truth. Wish fulfillment. Ace of Swords. Your aha. Okay. And for, is this for, Is this an involvement with another person? And if so, that's the Wheel of Fortune. That's a big yes. That's a huge yes. From the Ace of Swords to this is major truth. So somebody may actually be speaking their truth, because swords also, being of mind or of communication, to the rest, to the action, to the speaking in truth. Again, it doesn't matter about gender. If you feel like this is your feminine side, that's fine. The wish fulfillment. When I said in the beginning that you may be relieved when this comes out, because there's something about this truth that is major Wheel of Fortune. So what's the most likely outcome? Big truth, the Tower. The Tower is a big truth, a transformative experience for Two of Cups. Perhaps coming in the middle of the night, perhaps leaving in the middle of the night, taking what you can carry and leaving the rest behind. I heard the indecision, Two of Swords for some, and or intuition, but carrying the Four of Swords, which is the peace of heart, peace of mind, really, not heart, because it's swords, and the one sword of truth, Page of Swords, Ace of Swords, that's leading the way, working together. This is about working together, coming full circle, creating something beautiful. What is the most likely? Creating something beautiful. I heard the most likely outcome for this person and or these two people coming together. You have, again, the King of Pentacles. This is bringing it into the 3D. You have, again, Six of Wands. This is victory. And you have, of course, as always, the Judgment. And I'm saying as always because it keeps coming out. And it says it is safe for you to come out. That is a Tower moment. It is safe for you to come out of the dark cave. It is safe for you to seek what it is that the path you've been on. It is safe for you to seek the path that you have already been on. Like you're already on the path. For you to move forward, this judgment, this coming out of the dark cave, the darkness into the new life, like the Wheel of Fortune, this new beginning, endings and beginnings. Knight of Swords. Somebody is being asked to move quickly now, before, I heard quickly now, before it's too late. This is your truth, your heart center. This is the path that you've been walking to the top of the mountain. You are the hermit. Quickly now. Why quickly now? Why quickly now? Because that's your heart's desire. That's your truth. You're going after what you want. You're being called to go after what you want. I keep hearing every freaking reading. The time is now. The time is now. Why? Okay. I heard because the Hermit already knows the Hermit already knew what he wanted. The Hermit already no, that doesn't make sense. Sorry. The Hermit knows. Eight of Swords, Three of Swords. The heal, let's see. Not going after, because that's the healing. That's the healing. You have to hurry now. You have to hurry now because that's the healing. You have to hurry now. That's how you move out of that state. You have to hurry now. Hurry now. It almost feels like a mom telling a child, hurry up, get your shoes on. You have to hurry now. We're going to be late. There's no such thing. Time is a human construct, but that's the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so Six of Pentacles, which is the balance. Nine of Pentacles, which is the slowest night, technically, but, to go through this stage or taking your sweet-ass time. But this balance has been going from hurry to maybe slow, and this is where the Page of Wands comes in, and it's like, yeah, it's time. It's time. You have to hurry now. Go within. Go within to receive. And then move. Go within to receive and then move. Now, battle one. Five of Swords again. Change. Action. Page of Wands to this. Whoa. That's the alchemy. That's the timing. You have to go within to receive and then move. Higher self. You had this answer all along. You have to go within to receive and then move. You have to go within. Go within to receive, then move. Six of Cups. King of Wands. Yeah. This is what moves you into action. You have to go within. So, I mean, you have... You know this. You have your King of Swords and Queen of Swords here. Any last messages? Whoa. Page of Pentacles. To the Two of Wands. Those all came, but yeah, any last, I'm going back to that. Where's it at? Any last messages? We have to end it here, guys. We have to. Whoa. Transformation flew out. I didn't even shuffle it. Hold on. Any last messages here? The guidance. Page of Pentacles. It's a gift. It is a gift. Be open to receive. Yeah, it's a gift. How many times can we get it? It's a gift. Go within to receive and then move. That's how you end the cycles. It is the beginning. It is the beginning. This is the new cycle. This is what you have been working towards. Oh, I felt that. What you have been worried about. Why have you been worried about it? She asked herself. Why have you been worried about it? Oh, because it's taken a while. You weren't sure if it was going to happen. You weren't sure if it was going to take place. The beginning is here. The beginning is here. But I heard somebody have... that's it. Somebody... Hurry up now. Hurry up now. Hurry up now. Who's now being called to action? Whoa. That was a lot. Sorry, because it's kind of like the Ace of Cups that you don't see coming from the universe. All right, so to me that's confirmation, but I said who's now being called to action? So the King of Swords again. Being called to action. That little bitty fish. It's like, yo, move. Yeah. Working together. Creating something beautiful. Time to hurry. Better hurry now. From the Two of Swords to the Magician. From the hesitancy, trusting your intuition. We're at the ready, but there's hesitancy here, right? It's a waiting to the building. With the Three of Pentacles especially. The Magician is the builder. Creating from all the elements. What do they need to hurry for now? What do they need to hurry for now? This King of Swords, this masculine energy, what do they need to hurry for? Why are they being called to start anew? It's time. This is the time. The time to move. Majors here. Yep. Breaking away from family traditions, breaking away from a family cycle, breaking away. There's the Eight of Cups. I'm not playing, people. And last card, please. Most likely result. Most likely outcome. For the person who takes heed and listens to the guidance, to the message coming through. What's the most likely outcome here? I see Two of Cups in my head. I see Lovers, and then I also see... What? I saw the... What is that? I don't even know what that is. Oh, an Emperor. Sorry. It kind of looked like the Death card, but didn't in my head. I'm sorry, you can't see my face. There's definitely some deep emotion here. Yeah, Page of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Seven of Swords. And that's the new beginning. This is the most likely outcome. It's trusting this. This Seven of Swords gets a bad rep, like deception, you know, lying, sneaking around, you know, whatever. And it can be that. But when you're looking at this with peace, when you're looking at this from tangible, when you're looking at this with the Sun, this is the message that comes out over and over and has been for days. And I am going to end it here, I think. And what did I freaking say at the bottom of the deck? The Emperor. I'm telling you, whoever you are, you better hurry now. Where's the Empress? We already had the Empress. And we had the Queen, Justice. We had the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. I feel... Nine of Pentacles. All right, I'm done. I'm going to, because I'll just shuffle, and I'll bring out 5 more decks if I'm allowed to. I can't keep you here all day. I mean, if you want to keep watching, great. I might die from the drain. But anyway, whoever this is for, this masculine energy, you better hurry now. This is the new beginning. You are here. 12-12 portal. Go in. Do whatever it is that you need to do, but don't force it. Just let the walls down. You are the hermit. You have gone to the top of the mountain. You have seen all the things. It's time to come back down. You better hurry now. You are now in this phase of making the things happen. Bringing it into the 3D, and it is for what a lot of people say is for the 5D. It's for that higher expression of self. It's beyond anything. It's beyond anything that you've ever known. Does not make it easy. You have these wands. You have the 10 of wands. You have the 5 of swords, the 5 of wands. You know, there is definitely like struggle here, but at the same time, it's a struggle that is what makes it all worth it. It is part of the highs and lows that is this life, that is this path that you are on. And you just go within to receive and then move. And I think that might be the title of this video. 12-12 portal activation. And there you go. I'm going to leave it at that. Have a good one.